What's up, guys? Yoda Code 43 here, and today I'm doing the first of another new series. I'm going to be doing a review of a friend's car, hoping to make this a regular happening in the future, and we'll see how it goes. So today I am reviewing a friend's 1992 Toyota Paseo. It is a 5-speed manual, little lightweight 2-door sporty coupe from Toyota, produced here in the US from 92 to 97, I believe, and until 99 in Japan. It shares its architecture with the Toyota Serra from Japan, which is a little gull-wing door sport coupe, and the Toyota Starlet, which is their hatchback. Small hatchback like this. This is smaller than a Corolla. And actually, it's also the same underpinnings as a Toyota Tercel, which was also sold here in a 2-door and a 4-door version. But basically, it wasn't quite as sporty looking as this car. It looked more like a small Corolla. Had, a higher roof line and more room inside. All those cars that I just mentioned, the Serra, the Paseo, the Tercel, and the Starlet all used this engine as their basis. I believe it's the 4EFE. It's a 1.5 liter twin cam 16 valve engine with either 93 horsepower with California emissions, 103 horsepower for non-California emissions in the US, and then there was a slightly up-tuned version of it for Japan with 113 horsepower. Giving a little walk around here. It's not a hatchback. It's a actual fixed back window coupe, like Mitsubishi. No, I'm sorry. Mitsubishi Eclipses are not that way. They are actually hatchbacks too, now that I think about it. But small trunk, small interior, small everything. So yeah, it's actually a 4-seater car, but really intended to be let's call it a 2+2 configuration. It's got those sweet door belts you remember from the 90s. They're not the motorized ones though. These ones stay fixed up here, but you can release them as such. Plug them back in, and then you have a lap belt down here you have to do yourself. Very clean on the inside. For a 1992, I believe it has 159,000 miles this one has on it. 5-speed stick, the original radio with the tape player in it. I guess I can light all that up too. Oh, that actually doesn't light up. Even so. Actually, a sizable trunk for how small the car is itself, but not very big overall. This particular car is really clean for its age and for having been a Michigan car, at least according to the sticker on the rear window. And then it has this sunroof which you can pop up at the back as such, or you can take the whole panel out and it has a nice little leather bag you store it in the trunk. See if I can find the hood release. That's the one. Manual windows, manual locks, manual mirrors, all the manual options, and transmission included, but it does have air conditioning. Let's see, what's this tire size? I would have guessed 15-inch. They are 14-inch. 185, 65, 14s. Really, the only rust I see on the car are these couple of spots on the hood. And I mean, yeah, it's got some clear coat peel, kind of expected. This car sat outside for a number of years. I think almost 8 years before it was revived by my friend a couple of weeks ago. He's actually selling it tomorrow. So that's why it was important to get this review today. Excuse my lack of camera work here. Yep, 16 valve EFI. So yep, fuel injected, 5-speed trans, air conditioning, cruise control, all the amenities you need and none of the excess you don't. It's actually quite a lot of fun to drive. I had a little drive on it on the way up here just to get used to it, and then I'm gonna get some film of it on the way back. It's got really long gear ratios. Buddy told me it cruises 3,000 RPM at 80 miles an hour in 5th gear, which is shockingly low. My Honda CR-V is doing 4,000 RPM at 80. But yeah, I thought I'd share a little history on it, talk about the other cars it's related to. You can look them up if you want to see the interesting things it shared its DNA with. Got a clock in the upper part of the dash up there. There's no cracks anywhere in the dash. As far as I know, everything works in it. No headliner droop or any of that. And I think these seats are actually intended to look as blue as they do on camera. Everything else inside the car is black, but the seats have a blue trimming to them. Weird thing, but it's just what they did at the time, I guess. Well, that's it for this part of the review. Next, we'll get a little bit of driving impression. All right, now we're gonna go for a little drive. Nice, comfy, well-fit seats. I'm not a small person, so that makes me feel good. Don't mind the slightly noisy exhaust, but it is what it is. All right, here we go. Here's my Honda. Particularly fast with those really long gears. It's kind of awkward for me. I'm used to driving the Honda, which has really short gears. These are really made for cruising. I mean, I'm only in 4th right now. Switch up to 5th. Good cruising gears. I hear these things get almost 40 miles to the gallon if you drive them just so, which is pretty incredible for a gasoline engine with a little bit of pep. All right, little acceleration part next. Here we go. It definitely doesn't feel as quick as my Honda does, but I don't know. We've fooled around side by side before, and really they're dead heat up to at least 60 miles an hour. This is a fun, comfortable little car. I mean, it rides amazing. Considering the age of the tires and how long it sat for, everything feels really, really good. And from what I can tell, I mean, just steering back and forth, yes, it has some body roll, but it's comfortable, and it feels like it'll handle really well. I'm sure it would. I mean, even with a set of lowering springs or coilovers and some rims, it would handle really, really well. getting up to speed is no problem. It has ample enough horsepower to do so. It's just not exactly a torquey engine. It doesn't have a lot of bottom end to it, but that's okay. And the gearbox feels really good, really healthy. Clutch engagement is healthy for this kind of car. The shifts are nice and direct. I don't really feel any sloppiness in it. A little bit, obviously, because it's 28 years old, but beyond that, you know, it's pretty tight for its age. It's been well taken care of, and it shows by how it drives.